We're making brown butter today. So I put in 4 pounds of butter. You can make as much as brown butter as you want. When I make it, I like to make at least 4 pounds. And then you can put it into the fridge, take out as needed, and you just weigh it out by the gram or measure out by the cup. I like to measure out by the gram or by the pound or by the ounces. It's easier that way than trying to measure out brown butter by the cup. So we need a silicone spatula to stir so that way the butter will not burn. You want to cook it at medium high, not too high. A silicone spatula and just move it. Keep stirring so it doesn't burn. And you want to cook it medium high. You can cook it at high until see right here, the butter is still solid. So the butter's still solid right now, so it's okay to leave it on high. Once all the butter melts, you want to bring it down to medium high and stir all the time. If you want to walk away, then bring it down to medium. And then you can walk away, do some stuff, but you still need to come back every few minutes and give it a stir, or you don't want the butter to burn. So all the butter is melted. See? Now you want to bring it down to medium high instead of high. You can still keep it on high, but you have to stir it continuously. So if you want to do this quick, then definitely keep it on high. But you see how it keeps bubbling up? You want to bring it down to medium. So you want it to over. So once it starts boiling like this, you want to turn down to low. It does take time, and so it is an extra step. But if you take this extra step and you put brown butter in all your cookies and stuff like carrot cake or a muffin, such as sweet potato muffin or a scone or a chocolate chip cookie, anything that takes butter, and you want an extra flavor that is amazing, you add brown butter. I turn it up to medium high, so you can see the bubble much quicker. But you gotta really stir it, and the steam coming up could be hot, so probably a bigger, longer spatula will probably be better. This is at the 12-minute mark right now. Yeah. The 15-minute mark, you can see that the steam have subsided. That means all the water has evaporated somewhat. And now you can see the milk fat. See these white stuff floating? So you want to scrape it from the edging. See all the white particle right here? That's the milk fat. So now it's the important part where you don't want to burn. You want to keep an eye on this and keep stirring it. So I'm still leaving it on at medium high, but definitely I need a little mitten here because the spatula's hot. When you're making brown butter, you want to make sure that you set aside a time where you won't get interrupted. Because once you start, you can't stop because you keep stirring it. And you want to use a pan that's a heavy-duty stainless steel saucepan so you can see when it starts turning brown. If you use a non-stick, you won't be able to see when it's turning brown. Now 20 minutes has passed. So we're almost there, so it's probably going to be about half an hour. Because I did 4 pounds, but you can see, if I can get all this foam away, you can see the butter underneath here. It's becoming a golden yellow. So I gotta keep stirring. You don't want the milk fat to burn. So I still have it on like around medium high. I might start, you see right here the brown flecks? I want it to burn. So I'm going to bring it down to a little bit above. See how the light brown right here? You need to go past that light brown. It has to be a deep brown. Otherwise your brown butter will not have the nice fragrant smell. But you don't want to burn it, because brown butter, when it burns, it will not taste good. And then you have to dump the whole batch. So when you first make it, start with only like maybe 1 pound, 4 sticks of butter, until you get better at it, and then you can do 4 pounds at a time, because you don't want to ruin your batch first time you're doing it, because you didn't know how fast it cooks. See, the butter's getting brown, and look at all these white particles here. See if I can get a good color. See, nice brown color. You can see it. Okay, probably another minute, and we can turn off. Remember, now it's at the 24-minute mark, and the color's really good. So I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to residual heat, so we'll cook some more. We'll take it off the burner, because I like to keep it in the pot, less dishes. Take it off the burner. See the color? Nice and brown now. Now, if you cook it to really brown, then you can pour it. You can pour it out into a different bowl, so that will stop the cooking process. But right now, it's just a nice golden. So by the time it finishes cooling, it'll be okay. And then once it cools down, it's solidified. You can see it much better. See? So that's brown butter right there for you. And you make a nice batch for your recipe. Has solidified. I usually do this the night before I need brown butter, and let it just solidify. And now you see all the brown butter spots right here. Now you just mix it all in before you use it, okay? So that's the butter fat that has become brown. And you just want to mix it all up, and then you can use it. So just mix it all up. See all the brown spots? And now it's nicely mixed. I usually put in a Ziploc bag. I put in a Ziploc bag, so that way you can freeze it, put in the fridge. You can make it ahead and keep it for a long time. But you know, when you do a lot of baking, you use this right up. So this is 4 pounds of butter, making to brown butter. Now remember, if you need a pound worth of brown butter, when it cooks down, the weight is less. So that's why you have to weigh out the brown butter. So if you need a 4 pound brown butter, you have to at least use 1.5 pound butter, just to make sure you have enough.